we're going to add a little bit of complexity. He's going to stand a little bit forward. We're starting now on our backs, and I want to put my feet on the inside of his biceps. I'm not going to be allowed to grab the gi or something. I am, however, going to be allowed to use my hands to keep him away from me. So I can use my hands, but I cannot use them to grab. He, on the other hand, is going to try and get my legs out of the way. So just clear the legs. And let's say he's doing this. It's up to me to make sure I'm going back into the position that I started in. Sometimes it can be something quick, like he just opens and you just put it back. Sometimes he throws the legs to the side, and then you have to do something bigger. Just see if you can use your creativity to think of something, how to end up back in this position again. This reminds me, by the way, of this interview with Hans van Breukelen. He was doing an interview, and the interviewer, he rolled the ball towards the goal, and during the interview, Hans van Breukelen dived towards the ball just to keep the ball out of the goal. He said, yeah, I'm so programmed to keep the ball out of the goal that he didn't think about it. And I was talking and you were doing this, and I was automatically doing this. So to me, I can understand Hans van Breukelen in this case. For me, it's the same. I always want to keep my feet on the inside of his arms, always. Because I feel in danger when they're outside of the arms. Yeah, this feels dangerous for me, so I have to get it back. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do now. Are we clear? It's just going to be he's going to try and clear the legs out of the way. Not completely finish the pass. You'll have to give me some space to recover. Okay. So this form of exercise is pretty tiring, basically because I have no control over him. He can move anywhere he likes. Yeah, so he can step back, he can step around, he can even do a flip over me. Yeah. Just show the people the front flip. Okay, so pretty frustrating, right? Because you have to adapt all the time and get your feet in again. So luckily we have the gi, so we're going to use it. All right. When the feet are on the biceps, we grab the sleeves using a monkey grip, and the monkey grip is following. When you see a monkey hanging from the trees, they do it like this. They're not squeezing the branches; they're hanging by their fingers. So their palms are never touching their fingers. Yeah. And with jiu-jitsu is the same thing. If I'm squeezing here, there's two reasons why you shouldn't do it. One is you're much weaker when he pulls the arm out. He's more likely to get out. Also, you might injure your fingers. You don't want this. And the second one is, even if he doesn't get out, because I'm really strong, I'm gonna burn my forearms a lot, and eventually I won't be able to hold anything. So use some technique. The branch, the monkey grip. There's no branches, but there's a gi sleeve. You fold it a little bit up like this, and you turn your fingers inside. Never put fingers inside of the sleeve, by the way. That's not allowed. It's also dangerous. But you can fold them around their sleeve like this. Yeah, the fingers are still on the outside. Now, if he pulls on my arms, it's not getting out. Yeah. Okay, but now there's no pressure yet. So I'm building some pressure by pushing with my feet and pulling with my arms, bringing my elbows closer to my body. When he starts to move now, I can start to influence his movements. So just move around a bit. Yeah. I can use the extension and the bending of my legs to control his upper body a little bit, therefore limiting his movements. Sometimes though, they're stepping a bit too close, and I don't like it. So this actually becomes a little bit weaker. I'm putting my foot on the hip and pushing him away, getting a little bit more distance here. Put the foot back and now I can move around again. What we're going to do is we're going to play around with this a little bit, and there's basically only one really important rule here, is that I have to have at least 3 points of contact. So now there's actually 4, which is more than 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I'm changing positions with my feet, I go one by one. I can also change positions, of course, with my hand, grabbing here, maybe here, something else, the nose maybe. That's not allowed, you cannot do. But never go 2 things at the same time. Look, now the control is gone and he's actually able to pass me. Yeah? So move around a bit from here, from this position. See if you can move him. You can switch your legs, maybe also hook a little bit, or try and change the grip, but never change 2 grips or 2 points of contact at the same time. Okay? So important is to have pressure, and you do this by pushing with the legs and pulling with the arms. What is the purpose of this? First of all, it's control. If there's no pressure, I'm very easy to pass. Yeah, I can clear my feet, for instance, and then step alongside of me. So obviously pressure. But I can also start to unbalance him, so I can get something like a sweep going. The first one that we're going to do today will be the hook sweep. Very easy, very basic, but very effective. We're starting in this Sparta guard position, and I'm going to set up the hook sweep. First thing I'll do is I'm moving one foot from the biceps towards the hip. And now it's important to have pressure. If I let the arm loose, he can basically posture up and start to clear my leg and eventually pass me. Yeah? So I'm pushing and I'm pulling at the same time. Now it's much harder for him, and I'm also unbalancing him a little bit. Then my second grip will be going from the sleeve grip towards the foot here. I can just hook the foot at the ankle. So now still the same, like I'm pulling and I'm pushing. Not very hard, because if I'm pulling too hard, it's going to adjust, maybe step out a little bit, and I won't be able to sweep him. Yeah, so but just enough to have control. The final one will be the reason why this is called the hook sweep. It will be my second foot. It will hook behind his knee like this. And now comes the sweeping part. I'm doing 2 things at the same time. I'm pulling with this foot as well as with this hand, and I'm pushing with my other foot on the hip. So this will happen. Boom. You will fall. Oh, lost the grip. It's not too bad. This grip will be here so that I can basically come up to a top position, and I'm holding on to this leg right here. Why? If I don't, he'll be able to stand up. Do the technical stand up maybe. If I'm holding on to the leg, try and stand up, it's not possible. Yeah? So it's quite an easy trick. This coming up from the sweep, there's a little trick to it. Without you, please. There's a movement that looks like this. You're on your back, and you try to come up, boom, like this. Yeah? It won't work when you go like this. Now I cannot get up. So my bottom leg will be on the floor. I'm coming up here. Okay. Starting in the Sparta guard. This time you can move it. Look, now I'm moving it a little bit more to my favorite side, also the other side, so the other people will see. Yeah. So using this Sparta guard, you can use the control to move him into the position that you want. Foot goes on the hip, and I'm grabbing on the same side. I'm grabbing the ankle right here. The other foot, it will hook behind his other leg. Here I'm pushing with my foot and pulling with my leg and arm. Boom. If I keep this leg pointing forward, I won't be able to come up. So as I'm going, I'm putting it beside me, and I'm going to the top position right here. Yeah. So final time, last time. Starting in spider guard. Set the favorite side up maybe. Yes, got it. Hook, and as you come up, pull the leg in and get to a top position. You can do it standing, you can stay here, that's fine too.